What's going on, stackers? So in this video I'm going to share with you how to make more low content book sales by doing this. So, welcome back to Stacking Profit. My name's Paddy, and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now, like I said in this video, I'm going to share with you something that you should be doing or could be doing to make more sales when it comes to low content books. Now, what is it that you should be doing or could be doing to make more sales? Well, that's getting better at designing. See, I'm seeing too many people not making sales because they haven't developed their design skills. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is just come over to Amazon and typed in colouring books. We're going to take a look at the first page just so you can see how professionally made they actually are. If we take a look through, some of these covers really pop off of Amazon, and that's what you want. Bright colours, designs that pop so that people click through onto your books. Right here we can see why these are the top colouring books for the search term colouring books. If we take a look, let's scroll down a little bit. If we take a look here, they just look at this one. This is really professionally made. This is a good quality book and it stands out on Amazon. Again, I'm seeing far too many people trying to publish books but don't develop their design skills and then wonder why they're not making many sales. See, the majority of low content book publishing comes down to designing. Designing your covers, designing your interiors. If your cover sucks, then no one's going to click through to purchase your books. And this is vital why you should be developing your design skills. And you can do that completely for free. So that's what this video is going to be all about. Developing your design skills. Now, let's scroll back up to here. We've seen some of the covers here on the first page. We can see they really stand out. They pop, they grab your attention, and that's why they make sales. Look at this one. Creepy, kawaii, pastel, goth colouring book. 1,292 reviews, and we can see it's professionally made. So again, too many people are trying to create and publish books without developing their design skills. Now, developing your design skills is relatively easy. First, you need to know what software that you're going for designing your covers and your interiors. Now, when it comes to these type of softwares, there's lots out there. Now, if we scroll down, we can see we have Adobe Photoshop, InDesign, CorelDRAW, Inkscape, Sketch, Illustrator, Affinity Designer, GIMP, Canva. There's lots of different great softwares that you can use to actually create your books around. Now, my preferred software is Canva. Why Canva? Just because it's relatively easy. It's kind of like Photoshop for dummies. Yes, I'm calling myself a dummy. But anyway, Canva is just one of the easiest platforms to use, so that's why I use it. But all of these are great softwares. Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, Affinity Designer are ones that most people use to create their books. But again, my personal preference is Canva. Now, what you want to do is just find a software that you like the look of and then learn how to use it and get better at designing using that software. Again, with me, I use Canva just because the simplicity of its use. It is really easy to use and it's essentially drag and drop. Now, if you want to check out Canva Pro is not vital when it comes to creating your books. I started off with the free version of Canva and I created a good few thousand books just with the free version. But with the Pro version, you get some extra benefits. So if we scroll down to roundabout here, we can see some of the features that you get. My favourites are folders and storage, because this means I can upload and store all of my graphics here within Canva, which is technically in the cloud, which means I can access from any device as long as I have an internet connection. I tend not to keep things local on my device in case something happens to that and then I lose access. So having Canva Pro and the ability to upload my graphics right here in Canva is absolutely a game changer. Again, this means I can just keep everything in the cloud. So all of my graphics that I download from Creative Fabrica, I just re-upload up here into Canva. And then Magic Resize, this is another great feature that I like to use. It just means you can resize your covers, your interiors on the fly. And another one that I really like to use is the background remover. This makes images transparent and PNG. There's a lot of other reasons why I love Canva Pro, but these are three of the main ones. So if you want to check out a free 30-day trial for Canva Pro, there will be a link down below. Now, just because this software does not mean that it will be yours. Again, as we can see from Google, there's lots of different softwares out here, but I personally love Canva just because how easy it is to use. Now, if you want a tutorial on how to create covers using Canva, then check out this video. I made this last year. Wow, I'll have to update the video soon. But come through, check this out. You're going to get the basic principles that I use for creating my covers, and hopefully you can use them too. What I'll do with this video is link it right there in the right hand corner. And if you want more in-depth tutorials on how to use Canva to create book covers, then check out our free course. This is called Simple Cover Creation. Again, completely free to sign up. And what you're going to do is learn how I make book covers using Canva. This is great for beginners and advanced KDPers, and you can learn the tips and tricks I use to create covers. Here's a list of the modules. So again, if you want to check this out as well, there will be a link in the description down below, or you can get here by going to simplecovercreation.com. Now, with that out of the way, another thing that you should be doing once you've got the software that you want to use, again, there's so many out there: Inkscape, Sketch, Illustrator, Affinity Designer, GIMP. Find one of these softwares that you like the look of and then start researching how to use it. You can use that or do that just by using YouTube or Google, just by typing in your software and then tutorial after. So you could do GIMP tutorial and then go through all of the videos learning how to use that software. Again, you can do this with Canva, you can do this with GIMP, Illustrator, InDesign, but you're going to want to learn the basics of using that software. Then once you have the basics of using your preferred software, you want to start learning the fundamentals of designing. This is where I'm seeing the issue. Too many people are trying to publish books without learning anything about designing. Now, to learn design is relatively easy. You can do it for free and you can do it paid. You can go over to places like Udemy and learn through online courses, or you can use Google, or you can use YouTube. Now come over to Google and start typing in stuff like learn the fundamentals of designing. Then you can start going through all of these websites, reading and learning. Now look right here. What are the fundamentals of design? The fundamental principles of design are emphasis, balance and alignment, contrast, repetition, proportion, movement and white space. Design differs from art in that it has to have a purpose. Visually, this functionality is interpreted by making sure an image has a center of attention and a point of focus. See, people don't even realise that. When I look at designs, it's all over the place, all different weird colours, all weird different fonts, no centre point of focus either, because it's all over the place. So start learning about the fundamentals of designing and learn how to design. Again, the biggest takeaway that I've seen of people publishing books and wondering why they don't have many sales is because their designs aren't very good. They never really put in the time to learn the fundamentals of designing and actually practice. Repetition is how you get good at anything. Practice, practice, practice. You need to get good at designing through repetition and designing lots of different covers. Do you have to publish those covers? No, you don't. But it's just that repetition of designing over and over again is how you get better once you have the fundamentals nailed down. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is just opened a website as well just here, because this has a really good article. Now, I found this just by typing in learn the fundamentals of design. So if we go back over to Google for a second and just scroll up, nope, let's scroll down past here for a second. Here it is. Here it is. So what I'm going to do is link this in the description down below as well, so you can come through and have a little read, because there's some really good points in here. Again, you need to start getting better at designing. And you need to do that by learning. Now, if we scroll down here, we can take a little look. How to learn the basics of design, learning the fundamentals, applying colour to design. See, colour plays a big role in how your books look as well. Your fonts combinations, your colour combinations, and how you lay everything out on your cover. Now, if we keep scrolling through, the use of lines, designing with shapes, scale and size design. Then if we keep scrolling through, use of space, texture in design, the value, dimension, and there's just some really good stuff. Look, why learn the basics of design? Now, if we scroll down, as you develop and move along each of these design stages, it is always important to note that each of these design elements will contribute towards the delivery of the message concerning design work. Again, this is all stuff that you need to learn. You need to learn color combinations, font combinations, page layouts, and lots of other stuff. And we can do this by taking paid courses, free courses, or by going to Google, reading up on articles, or again, even just using YouTube. So what I went ahead and done is just typed in, learn the fundamentals of designing. Now, if we scroll through, we can see there's a lot of great videos. Less than 10% of designers know this. Design Principles, episode 1. So these are the type of videos that you want to come through and watch, because designing's designing. Once you've learnt the design of skills, once you've learnt the skill of designing, you can use that in lots of different areas of business, not just for creating your covers and creating your interiors. Designs, or designing, or having design skills bleed through into so many different areas of different types of businesses. So this is why it's really important to start learning about design, get better at your design skills, and then you're going to make much better sales, because again, 90% of low content book publishing comes down to designs. If your designs aren't very good, and if they don't pop off of Amazon when people are searching, you're going to find it extremely hard to make sales. Good quality covers is what sells books. You could have done the best research in the world, you could have the best keywords, done the best targeting, but if your cover design sucks, it's really going to let you down. So what you want to do is come over to Google, start using or start researching all these different types of softwares that you can actually use for designing. Then once you have researched and found a software that you like the look of, start YouTubing it or Googling it, learn how to use that software, and then use that software to start creating your designs. But once you have the software that you want to use, that's when it's really important to start learning. I can't even talk today. Start learning about the fundamentals of designing, start learning about color combinations, start using about font combinations. I really can't talk. But once you start learning all of this and you get better at designing, you're going to get a lot better results. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.